Rollibot RolliCool Portable AC promises smart, voice-controlled cooling for up to 750 square feet with 14,000 BTU power. Either we've reached affordable, effortless climate control for apartments and studios, or we're paying extra for tech roulette and marginal cooling. On paper, it looks stacked. Alexa Voice Control, a smartphone app you can use from anywhere, smart sleep mode to trim energy use, 360-degree wheels, and a no-drill window kit. But here's the thing. Specs say ASHRAE 14,000 BTU, yet DOE SACC is only 10,000 BTU, and the Amazon rating hovers around 2.8 stars. I ran this unit for 2 weeks during a late summer heatwave to see if the hype holds up. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's what RolliCool says it does. Cool and dehumidify efficiently anywhere from your phone or with Alexa without complicated install. The key promises look like this: smart control, full app control, scheduling, Alexa voice commands. Big area coverage. Cool up to 750 SQ/FT with ASHRAE 14,000 BTU, DOE SACC 10,000. Hassle-free install, quick window kit, 360 wheels, apartment friendly. Energy saver. Sleep mode and room-by-room spot cooling to save money. Sounds convenient, right? Pretty bold claims for a portable AC, but here's where things get complicated. Reality check. They claim it cools up to 750 square feet. What you actually get is more like reliable cooling for 300 to 450 square feet, depending on insulation and sun exposure. Here's why. The more realistic DOE SACC rating is 10,000 BTU. Rule of thumb is roughly 20 BTU per square foot in typical conditions, more if you have west-facing windows or higher ceilings. At 10,000 SACC, 750 square feet would be a stretch even in perfect conditions. In my 400 SQ/FT office, it dropped the temp by 6 to 9 degrees in under an hour and held it. In a 600 SQ/FT living room on a 92-degree day, it struggled to get below 78, which tracks with the SACC math. And like most single-hose portables, it pulls some indoor air out the window, creating negative pressure and sucking hot, humid air from other rooms, a known, built-in efficiency penalty. They claim smart control anywhere. What you actually get is a decent app when it stays connected, but setup can be finicky. It needs 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and I had to repair it once after a router reboot. Alexa commands worked, but responses sometimes lagged a few seconds. Not a deal-breaker, but it's not seamless. User reviews echo this: connectivity is hit or miss depending on routers and network congestion. When it works, scheduling and pre-cooling are nice. They claim hassle-free install. What you actually get is beginner-friendly but not tool-free bliss for every Windows style. The window kit is typical portable AC fare. It's fine for horizontal sliders, mediocre for vertical casement or crank windows without extra foam. The exhaust hose is short and radiates heat, so insulating the hose and sealing gaps with foam makes a noticeable difference. Reality: the faster you install and the fewer seals, the more you hurt performance. They claim energy super saver. What you actually get is standard portable AC efficiency. Sleep mode steps down the fan and bumps the set temperature gradually, which saves some power overnight. But let's be real. Compared to a modern window unit or a dual-hose portable, and especially compared to a mini-split, this is not a miracle on your electric bill. The marketing line about saving up to 5x really only makes sense if you shut off central AC and spot cool a single room you're actually in. If you try to cool the whole home with this, costs will climb. But wait, there's more. The dehumidify mode works, but if you live in high humidity, be ready to manage condensate. The unit can auto-evaporate a lot of moisture out the exhaust in dry climates. In muggy weather, the internal tank fills and you'll either need to drain periodically or set up a continuous drain hose. Several reviewers report leaks or full tank errors if they don't drain often enough. In my testing week with humidity peaking around 70%, I had to drain once every couple of days. Here's where things get interesting. Noise. They don't emphasize it, but you should know it's not whisper quiet. At 6 feet in cool mode, I measured high 50s decibels most of the time with occasional compressor ramp-up that's clearly audible. That's normal for portables, but if you're picky about noise for a bedroom, you'll notice it. Cooling performance. In a 400 SQ-FT office with average insulation, it consistently brought 84 down to 74 in about an hour and maintained 72 to 74 without drama. In larger spaces, performance drops off as expected for 10,000 SACC. If you need to tame west-facing heat in a big living room, look at dual-hose models or higher SACC units. Noise levels. Expect a steady fan hum with compressor surges. My unit averaged in the high 50s decibels at 6 feet, peaking into the low 60s during heavy load. Light sleepers may find the compressor cycling distracting in bedroom use unless you run a white noise fan. Smart features. The app is useful once set up. Scheduling, mode changes, and pre-cooling before you get home actually work, and Alexa integration is a nice convenience. What the marketing doesn't mention. Wi-Fi dropouts are common if your router is far or set to combine 2.45 GHz under one SSID. Keep the unit within good 2.4 GHz range and you'll be fine. Build and install. The chassis feels standard for the category, wheels roll easily, and the window kit is acceptable but thin. Here's what nobody tells you. Insulating the exhaust hose and carefully sealing the window panel gaps with foam can add a few degrees of real-world performance. The included hose is short. Plan your placement near a window. If you have a crank window, expect to DIY a seal. Energy use. Sleep mode helps a bit, but compared to a dual-hose portable or an inverter window unit, this won't win an efficiency contest. The promise of huge savings is optimistic unless you're replacing whole home cooling with spot cooling one occupied room. User sentiment. The Amazon rating around 2.8 is a red flag. Common complaints and reviews include underwhelming cooling in large rooms, leaks if not drained, connectivity hiccups, and occasional early failures. On the plus side, there's a 1-year warranty and responsive support reported by some users, but outcomes vary. Verdict: buy with caution. The Rollibot RolliCool Portable AC can absolutely cool a mid-size room, and the smart features are genuinely convenient if you love app control and Alexa. Pros: easy rolling, simple install for sliding windows, workable app, solid spot cooling for 300 to 450 SQ-FT, and a 1-year warranty. Cons: optimistic 750 SQ-FT coverage, single hose efficiency penalty, average noise, app hiccups, and a low user rating that hints at reliability concerns. It's often priced above basic portables for the smart features, but you're not getting a leap in cooling power. Worth it if you need Alexa control and are cooling a smaller room. Otherwise, save your money for a dual-hose portable or an inverter window unit with similar price but stronger performance. Stay cool and stay savvy. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your questions below, tell me what room size you're trying to cool, and I'll point you to the right BTU and model. Next up, I'm testing the best dual-hose portables under 600. Subscribe if you want the no-fluff verdicts. See you in the next one.